Fun fact, I backed Bat-Boy before even playing the demo for the game. The Kickstarter at the time had 3 days left and needed $12,000. I simply wanted to help out. A bit silly to do, I know, but at least after playing the demo, I felt really good about the game. Fortunately, within that short time period, Sanzai Games were able to get the money that they needed to make the game. People would get to experience an 8-bit Sentai-themed platformer. I thought the demo was fun, but playing the whole game was a great experience. Going through the grassy plains, I got reacquainted with the controls, attacking on the ground and in the air, bouncing off enemies and reflecting projectiles in different angles. Honestly, it wasn't too much to get used to. It's a very simple game, but I knew Bat-Boy would have harder platforming challenges later on. After obtaining the Bat Spin, the Slash Bash, and the Grapple, I experienced what I had in the demo. I was looking forward to seeing the next level, the Ocean Side.
That was sick!
Yeah, that's about the only voice acting you'll hear me do. The Ocean Side was a small step up in difficulty, and I do mean across the board. The general level was overall harder, and the secrets were a little bit harder to find. The second half of the level is a little bit more interesting, where of course it's underwater, but you have oxygen to manage, as you do platforming underwater. The water sections are well designed, and I think it's rather interesting to have the player get used to the controls with different physics, especially when attacking underwater may not be a wise idea, because you know, you might run out of oxygen. I can't say I got stuck in this level, but I can say I did die a couple times. The boss of the level was a little bit more interesting. As the prior bosses, the aerial attack was really good on them. You would dodge attacks while doing damage yourself. However, doing it on this boss would cause you to go in the air for a really long time, due to the physics of being underwater. I enjoyed this boss a lot, but I kind of wish both phases were underwater. It'd make the fight a little bit more unique and challenging at the same time. Not to say that the second part was all that hard, the Bat Spin kind of destroyed her as well. Bat-Boy was consistently fun from start to finish. Not once did I experience a point in the game where I hated everything. The 8-bit pixel art style was always a pleasure to look at. My favorite levels used snow, which were 2, and of course the Ocean Side that I just talked about. The music was consistently high quality across the board, though I can't say I had a specific favorite, I just kinda liked them all. Then the plot, it was simple, but I found it enjoyable. The character interactions between Ryosuke and Goro to the other characters were pretty funny. The theme being mixed with Sentai and sports, as far as I know, Bat-Boy is the only game that does this. And then lastly, we have the gameplay, which gets progressively better with each power-up that you get. The Bat Spin, Slash Bash, and the Bubble were my favorites, and I always used them. The other powers I used seldomly. However, I felt 2 of the power-ups were a little bit redundant, the Mega Smash and the Trick Shot. And honestly, all they had to do was give the basketball move, the Trick Shot, a mid-air jump, removing it from the Mega Smash. You can make the Mega Smash be a move where you can aim the tennis ball and shoot it in different angles. Leave the physics of both of the skills the same. As it stands now, they do similar things. I know they have different uses though, don't worry. I just feel like they could have been a little bit more different. In spite of feeling that way, I feel like all the levels were well designed around these powers, along with the bosses and even optional bosses. They were just all really well done. If you have a good understanding of the moves that you have, you can traverse the levels with ease. You may also find that there are other ways of traversing that level and completing different challenges. I'm sure speedrunning Bat-Boy would be very fun. On top of that, the knowledge and understanding of the moves you have can help you take down bosses a lot faster than you normally would. And I can say I prefer this over rewarding the player for using a different colored attack, as I find that method boring. Bat-Boy is a retro-styled indie game I can definitely recommend to anybody. That said, Bat-Boy is on Steam, Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox for $14.99. And while the choice is yours, if you love retro-styled games like this, Bat-Boy's worth it. And trust me, I backed it.
Hey yo, that's me!
And I don't feel buyer's remorse. Anyway, that's it from me. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching this video. If you like what you saw, please subscribe to this channel. It would mean a lot if you did. And if you want updates on what I'm going to do next, please follow me on Twitter.